It was a night that will forever be remembered in Japanese baseball history. The Fukuoka PayPay Dome was shaking, not just from the stomping of 35,000 fans, but from the thunderous energy of one player, Shuto Yuki. Known for his incredible speed and base running skills, Shuto did something no one expected. In Game 2 of the SMBC Japan Series 2025, he collected 5 hits in a single game, setting a brand new record for the Japan Series. From the very first at-bat, fans could sense something special. Facing the powerful Yomiuri Giants pitching rotation, Shuto stepped into the box with calm eyes and a light smile. The first pitch came fast, 150 km/h inside corner. Crack, a clean single into right field. The crowd roared. It was the perfect start to what would become an unforgettable performance. In his second at-bat, the situation grew tense. Runners on first and second, no outs. The pitcher tried to jam him with a cutter, but Shuto stayed inside the ball and lined it sharply up the middle. Another base hit. The stadium exploded. Commentators began to whisper, could this be the night Shuto makes history? By his third at-bat, the noise inside PayPay Dome was deafening. Shuto adjusted his gloves, tapped the plate twice, and stared down the pitcher. With 2 strikes, he sent a high fastball soaring over the shortstop's head for yet another single. 3 for 3. Even his teammates in the dugout began to smile, nodding in disbelief. Manager Hirokazu Ibata simply clapped and muttered, he's locked in tonight. Every fan in the stadium knew Shuto's reputation, blazing speed, defense like a shadow, and hustle that inspired teammates. But his batting, that wasn't supposed to be his defining feature. Tonight, however, everything changed. As his fourth at-bat approached, social media across Japan caught fire. Shuto is unstoppable, one fan wrote. 5 hits incoming, another predicted. When he stepped to the plate again, even neutral fans couldn't help but cheer. On a 1-1 count, he lashed a liner into left field, hit number 4. The camera panned to his family in the stands, tears in their eyes, waving towels high above their heads. The crowd began chanting, Shuto, Shuto, as if willing him toward destiny. And destiny came calling in the bottom of the 8th inning. He walked to the plate with history waiting. The entire stadium stood. The first pitch, a slider. Ball 1. The second, a changeup, fouled off. The third, a fastball, middle in. Crack. The ball screamed into center field, past the diving shortstop. 5th hit. History made. The stadium erupted into pure chaos. Shuto stood on first base, smiling shyly, almost embarrassed by the thunderous applause. His teammates in the dugout poured out, clapping and shouting his name. The announcer's voice boomed through the dome, Shuto Yuki. A Japan Series record. 5 hits in 1 game. Fireworks burst over the scoreboard. Even the Giants players couldn't help but applaud lightly. After the game, Shuto spoke modestly. Honestly, he said, I never thought I'd make my name with my batting. I've always focused on defense and running. But today, I just tried to help the team. Reporters laughed when he added, I didn't even realize I had 5 until someone told me after the game. Teammates surrounded him in the locker room, showering him with ice water and cheers. SoftBank captain Akira Nakamura smiled and said, he's the spark plug. When Shuto goes, we all go. Manager Ibata echoed the sentiment. He's worked so hard on his hitting this year. This is no accident. Indeed, this wasn't luck. Shuto had been quietly improving his batting all season. His batting average had climbed steadily, and coaches noticed subtle changes in his approach, more patience, better timing, and confidence to go the other way with pitches. Tonight was the culmination of countless hours in the cage, hitting until his hands bled. Fans poured into social media to celebrate. Hashtags like #Shuto 5 hits and #SoftBank history trended instantly in Japan. One fan tweeted, we always knew his legs were fast, but tonight his bat was faster. Another posted a photo of Shuto smiling with the caption, speed plus heart equals history. Even opposing players were impressed. Giants pitcher Imanaga admitted postgame, he's a nightmare for pitchers. You think you can beat him with power, but he adjusts faster than anyone. Giants manager Hara simply shook his head, he found every hole on the field. That's rare. In the stands, children waved flags, chanting his name. Older fans clapped rhythmically, tears in their eyes. For many in Fukuoka, this wasn't just a record, it was a reminder of what effort and humility can create. Shuto, once an unheralded prospect, had become the hero of Japan's biggest stage. Commentators on television replayed every hit in slow motion, analyzing his calm posture and perfect contact point. "He didn't chase anything," said one analyst. "He played like a veteran in total control." Another added, "This performance will be remembered for decades." What made it even more special was the way Shuto interacted with fans after the game. As he walked off the field, he took off his helmet and bowed deeply in all directions. The crowd responded with a standing ovation that lasted several minutes. Children leaned over the railing, hoping for a smile or wave, and he gave both. In the post-game ceremony, he was named player of the game. Holding the MVP board, he blushed and said softly, "Thank you to my teammates, to the fans. I just wanted to do my job." His humility contrasted beautifully with the magnitude of what he'd accomplished. For the SoftBank Hawks, the victory meant more than just tying the series, it was a statement. The team had faced criticism early in the season for inconsistent hitting, but Shuto's heroics reignited their confidence. "When a guy like him sets the tone, everyone lifts their game," said veteran Yuki Yanagita. In Fukuoka's downtown area, celebrations went late into the night. Bars played replays of his hits on loop. Fans wore his number 23 jersey and chanted his name through the streets. Some compared the excitement to when Ichiro broke records in MLB, same energy, same pride. The next morning, newspapers across Japan had the same headline, "Shuto Yuki, the speedster who conquered with his bat." Photos of his smile and the packed dome filled front pages. Analysts wrote columns about how his evolution could change how SoftBank approaches future lineups, a speed and contact hybrid built around players like him. As the Japan series continued, pressure shifted to the Giants. How do you stop a player who can reach base almost every at-bat and steal the show? Pitchers began studying his swing, trying to find weaknesses. But Shuto, calm as ever, told reporters, "I just focus on the next game. The record is nice, but we haven't won the series yet." That simple mindset, focus on the team, not personal glory, earned him even more respect. His manager smiled when asked if Shuto would move up in the batting order. "Maybe," Ibata said with a grin. "If he keeps hitting like that, he can bat wherever he wants." Former Hawks legends, including Nobuhiro Matsuda and Seiichi Uchikawa, sent messages of congratulations. Matsuda wrote, "Records come and go, but the way you played with heart, that's what lasts forever." Fans framed those words alongside photos of Shuto's fifth hit. By Game 3, the energy in Fukuoka was electric. Even neutral baseball fans tuned in, curious to see if he could continue his magical run. Though he didn't match the 5-hit feat again, his confidence carried over, sharp defense, stolen bases, and timely hits that kept SoftBank alive in tight moments. His story inspired younger players across Japan. In youth leagues, coaches used his performance as a lesson. Speed and effort can lead to greatness. Look at Shuto. Sports shows replayed interviews with him from years earlier, when he said his dream was simply, to help the team however I can. Now, that dream had become a symbol of perseverance. And that's what made this night so special. It wasn't just about numbers or records. It was about a player who never gave up on himself. A man who once thought his bat would never define him, standing under the bright lights, making history with humility and grace. As the dome lights dimmed and fans slowly left their seats, one thing was certain, they had witnessed something legendary. Shuto Yuki, the speedster of SoftBank, had written his name in the Japan series record books, not with power, but with precision, passion, and heart. Long after the game ended, echoes of his name still bounced around the dome tunnels. Ushers hummed the team song as workers swept confetti from the aisles. Somewhere in the quiet of the locker room, Shuto packed his gear, smiled softly, and whispered, "Let's win the next one." And with that humble determination, he walked into the night, now not just a fast runner, but a legend of the Japan series.